Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Sean.
And I'm Rachel.
We're back to good, and it's afternoon. Not too late in the day. Getting a little bit of a late start today because we had some chores to do this morning. But today we're going to try and clear out some of these smaller trees right here to try to open it up a little bit more. And we're going to use a chainsaw to do that, try to fell those trees going this way towards the opening. We're going to do one by one and cut them up as we go. Hopefully that will be easier and get a nice stack of firewood over there. We moved that burn barrel from where it was over here to the other side. We're gonna have to move these brush piles that we didn't finish up the other day and get them over there to that burn pile, and then we'll start cutting down the trees.
Yep. And I got a couple chairs for us over here. We got our weed trimmer, got our chainsaw and rake and all the other tools to go with it. So everything is ready to go, and it's just going to be another work day today. Sean's off work today, so we got to get as much done as we can.
Yeah.
And we'll just go from there and see what we get done. So
yeah, for everybody that's new, or if you're not sure, I do work full time. I had to work the last 5 days in a row. Today is Sunday. So I got to, or actually today is Monday.
Today's Monday.
Losing track of time. Never get a day off. My days off from work or, working on our property so we can get this going, get the camper moved down here. And hopefully we'll be able to tackle this little mess right here once we get these smaller trees down and get some of that brush pushed back. So we're getting closer. Be a lot of time lapse today, so follow along.
Enjoy the music.
All right, let's go.
Hey.
Dump that load off first and we'll get that one.
Okay.
Alright, I just want to show everybody our burn barrel design, that Vortex Burn Barrel with them slats open on the side. We got a lot of breeze today, but it's pushing air through there, spinning around. It's getting a lot of heat produced. We got a lot of coals in there from the kindling, and it's really burning the brush really well on top. It got through them piles pretty fast. So
spot right there where you can see how red
yeah.
it is in there.
Yeah, you can see we got a lot of heat in the bottom of that burn barrel there. So we went through that brush pretty quick. We did try the other day. Hopefully you'll see that in a previous video before this one, where we did try to burn brush on the ground. And we just couldn't get it to light. It was still pretty wet, pretty green, but it's going up in the burn barrel when it's green pretty well. So just wanted to show everybody that. We got 3 more burn barrels we got to make. We got one for now. We got through that brush. Now we're gonna go tackle them trees over there. So I got to get the chainsaw prepped. I need to tighten that chain up, make sure I got enough barn chain oil and fuel in there. We're gonna get going on them trees over there.
timber.
Sean's exactly how I planned it, but
it worked. And that was Sean's first official tree cut, I think.
yeah.
Tree fell.
First time. I tried to watch a couple videos, but I guess practice is perfect.
Right? So
But it didn't exactly come off there like I thought it would with the wedge. If you want to show them. Supposed to be able to push off this little ledge right here, but as you saw from the video, it skipped right off there. We got a visitor.
we had a visitor.
We got a visitor. Hello, Miley.
Well, hello, Miss Miley.
What are you doing, sweetheart?
Gary needs some help.
Gary,
He got stuck.
you got stuck. I guess we're gonna take a little break and see if we can't help get Gary unstuck. So follow along. We're gonna show you what we do here.
We should call Big Bertha Chuck and we can say unstuck Chuck. All right, guys, let's go jump in the old Mazda and go for a ride. We'll be back.
All right, we're back. Unfortunately, we didn't get any video of it, but we did help Gary get Big Bertha out. He had a tow truck in front of it all ready to go with some chains, just needed somebody to give it some gas. So we had a regular old Husqvarna tractor pull. So tow truck did save the day, help Big Bertha get some traction, get out of that ruts they were stuck in. So we're gonna get back to it. We just felled this tree. We're gonna trim up all the branches here and cut it up and go on to the next. Well, let's go.
Okay guys, so Sean cut down a few trees. We stripped them down. He's burning the last of the leaves there, the branches. And we decided we're gonna make a couple trees back there where we stack our wood, but the problem is that it's kind of got a bunch of grass and brush around it. So I'm gonna go grab the push trimmer and go clear that up a bit so we can start stacking our firewood for next winter. And Sean's got a couple things over here to cut up, and then we'll bring the gorilla cart back over there, fill it back up with some of the logs, and we'll start stacking the lumber. And we're probably gonna call it a day for that because it is, how hot today? 88?
It says 88 right now.
Yeah, 88, so it's pretty hot out.
Thank God we got a nice breeze going and we have some shade to get under. But being out in that sun, trimming up that tree did take something out of me. I think I'm low on electrolytes with that diet, so.
I brought him some sea salt, but he won't use it.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Element to come in. Very special subscriber got me some Element electrolyte drink mix, so.
But if you don't have any Element, you can use sea salt.
Yeah, I should probably drink some salt in the water. Listen to Rachel, she knows best.
I just put it in my hand and lick it and drink some water and we're good to go. And stay hydrated as much as I'm sweating, so.
Yeah.
It works, and it's way cheaper.
All right, one last push. Here we go. Break.
Nobody needs to know. Surrender to the greed. Nobody needs to know. Let go. Spirit of create rings. We make something out of nothing. If you believe, hold on tight. Scream into the night. Make it all glow. Dress up the shit inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Trauma in every cell. No wonder why we dwell. Medicine don't stand a chance as we dance. Lay down, bend or give in. I'll take your skin. Naked among them sins. Let go of what has been. Make it all glow. Dress up the shit inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Now let it all show. Pave the way for the ones behind. We'll be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out. Ooh.
Final brush pile.
All right, it's time to finish burning what's left of the branches and the leaves. And we got to go dump these logs out over between these two trees where I just cleared. And that's going to be where we stack our firewood.
Yeah, we want to stack them up nice and tight. We don't want to create a snake haven like this pile right here. It's probably got plenty of room under there for snakes. So when we move it, I'm not going to be surprised if there's a surprise in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move you over here. You've probably seen enough barrel burning for the day.
Yeehaw!
Out of gas.
Well, guess we're done. We're gonna get rid of the rest of that brush there real quick before we go.
Where do you want me to dump that firewood? Right behind you with that pile?
Yeah, probably right there. Alright, that's it for the day, guys. Got just a little bit more brush to put in here. Try to clean up our brush as we go.
Yeah, definitely don't want to add to the giant pile over there.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to clean all that up when we finally get down here.
Yeah.
But made some progress today. Got a couple trees down, so all we got is the stumps. It'll either be pushed out with the backhoe, or possibly if Wiley gets some time, he can come over and use his stump grinder and grind them down. That'd be cool. But not 100% sure yet. But clear those out and we can push back a little further and get to them felled trees back there. Was the first time cutting a tree down for me today, so don't be too hard on me in the comments there. That second one was a little sketch, the way it skipped off there, but you know, I did the best I could. Watched a few videos before just to see how to do it, make them wedges, and make sure you cut above that wedge so it pushes off when it falls down. But yeah.
Alright guys, so we're about out of here for the day. So I'm going to probably have the kids come down with me tomorrow, and they can help me stack that firewood over there in between the two trees that I cleared out, the area there, or we did, where that down tree is that Sean just cut. So I'll have the kids help me do it. We got 2 piles of logs here, but they're just piling up, so we don't want to keep piling them up. So we're going to start stacking them in between those 2 trees and working our way up. And we'll just let it sit there and age and dry out, so this winter when we get our wood stove hooked up in our bathhouse, we will have some firewood ready to go. Oh, you are way too hot to hug.
I know.
Well, that too.
Alright, we got that trailer loaded up, our Gorilla Cart trailer hooked up to the hitch there, got everything loaded in it. It's getting late, it's dinner time. Didn't eat any lunch today. I always skip breakfast, so.
Yeah, we haven't neither one of us had anything to eat today, so it's time to go
make some
grub.
Make some carnivore dinner.
Yep.
But you know what, y'all? Listen to them birds, that breeze.
Yeah, it feels so good.
It's gorgeous out here. We got a mess to clean up, but once we get it cleaned up, I'm pretty happy about our property.
Yeah, let's take him for a little walk. I'll show the rest of the stuff in the barrel. Go show them the things you did.
All right, let's go take a quick
Sean
look,
will take you on a quick walk and show you a little after shot, so you
all
can
right,
see.
so let's start over here first. We got this cleared out. Rachel decided she wanted me to cut them 2 trees down. We got one pulled out, but the other one is sitting there for now. But this is where we'll stack the firewood. From that tree to this tree right here. Try to get real nice and tight so we don't get any snakes trying to make a home in there. When we take these logs out of here, I'm almost sure there may be a surprise in there because I did see something slithering the other day. Rachel's almost done with that brush. Look how green it is over here. Alright, so yeah, we felled a few trees over here and we cut them up as we did them. Trimmed all the limbs off and then cut up the trunk for logs. So we got these little guys out, those 2 guys back there, and then that one there. So we're just working our way back in that way, a little bit further, get to them felled trees over there. And of course all the mess in the middle here, most of it's cleaned up. And then we got a few thinner logs there that we need to cut up. So yeah, it was another great day in Arkansas. I got to go to work tomorrow, but I got a morning shift. So hopefully I got some energy when I get off and come down and we can do a little bit more. I do got to work a couple night shifts this week, so night shifts aren't the greatest. Because if, you know, I go in at 10, I got to be there at 10. you know, or even noon, I got to leave here an hour ahead of time, 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. Can't get a whole lot done in the morning and then try to have the energy to work a whole day. I'm better when I work a whole day at my job and then get off and give whatever little bit of energy I have left. So when I got them morning shifts this week, I try to get down here and get some more stuff done. So I think three of the 5 shifts I have this week are morning shifts. So Rachel's almost done here.
Yep, I got just a little pile left.
What's for dinner, honey? Hamburger?
Beef.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Yep.
Load her up. Fire it up.
We're almost there.
Yeah. Another advantage of this burn barrel is we get stuff, get it burned down a little bit, and then we can walk away without worry. Don't have to worry about it spreading out of control. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
You know what though, Rachel?
Yes, Sean.
It was a great day in Arkansas, y'all.
It sure was.
Bye.
Bye. One step closer.